Hi there, Debashish. Let's take a look at this task one you sent us. Now, I know you sent us a task too a few days ago. Remember, whenever you send us essays, please to send them both together, okay? But let's take a look at this one about pizza sales. Let's see what you wrote. This graph illustrates pizza sales in France, Spain, and Portugal in the year 2018. The vertical axis represents the number of pizzas in thousands, and the horizontal axis depicts the months in the year. All right, this sentence isn't necessary. You don't need it, so it's probably a better idea if you spend more time actually analyzing the data, because there is a lot of data. There's 36 pieces of data specifically, so I wouldn't waste my time on something like this, okay? So, overall, it is clear that France consumes the most out of the three nations. That's true. Regardless of the months, however, Spain and Portugal experience massive fluctuations throughout the year and not reaching their peaks in August and July, respectively. August for Spain and July for Portugal. Okay, fine. So, for France, all right, what is it? Okay, so tell us pizza sales, all right? Because we have no idea what this it refers to. So for France, pizza sales start very low with just around 10,000 in January. Good. And then, again, so for France, pizza sales start very low with just around 10,000 in January and then increase dramatically to about 130,000 in April. Okay, full stop here. Following that, sales fluctuate between May and September, reaching their peak in September. With approximately 140,000 pizzas. Okay, so let me just make sure I understand this. January, and then you go straight to April. And then it increases. Okay, fine. It fluctuates between May and September. That's true. That's very true. It reaches a peak. Good. Okay. All right, but then you don't tell us what happens after September. Why do you do that? All right, it would have been just helpful if you had just finished out the year for France, okay? Just say there is then pizza sales then decline and reach their final figure of whatever that is, like 125,000 in December. So it's important to know where the year ends as well, because we don't have any other information after this period, okay? All right, so in Portugal, the sales are quite high at the beginning of the year with approximately 85,000 pizza sales in the first month. And then they, again, it's they because it's sales, plural, they vary, reaching the peak or, reaching a peak. That's probably a good idea. Reaching a peak in July. No, actually not reaching a peak. Let me try that again. Reaching the peak in July with 130 sales, and then decreasing dramatically to an all-time low with just 5,000 sales in August. Okay, fine. Following that, not the graph differed. Careful. Figures. That's what you want to talk about. Figures differed and then rose, not it, and then rose to about 75,000 in December. Good. Here, at least, I'm glad you mentioned December and where Portugal ends. But this expression is really awkward. The graph differed. It should be the figure, okay, and the word differed is wrong. You could say the figures fluctuated, honestly, because that's what you've got here. You've got some fluctuation. So that would have been the right word. All right, let's take a look at that last little paragraph, which is about Spain. Let me see if I can... There we go. For Spain, the trend remains relatively stable for the first 3 months, and then the trajectory fluctuates between March to July, where it hits an all-time low of 0 sales in July. Okay, well, you just said July. Between March... all right. The graph then escalates. It's not the graph, it's the figure, okay? Because the graph refers to everything you're looking at. So the figure then escalates significantly, reaching its peak in the next month with 130,000 sales, okay? So consequently, it declines, not consequently, it's subsequently. There's a difference in these two meanings. So you want subsequently. The figure declines, reaches about 55,000 sales in December. Okay. Again, the good news is that you pointed out some of those important figures here. I like that. I'm really pleased with the fact that you really picked the right things to talk about. You picked the right data. You picked the right months, essentially. So I'm very happy about that. Some of your language was wrong. Some of the words you used were incorrect. But other than that, I think you did a nice job. It's the kind of thing that needs some correcting. It needs some... it needs some additional work. So what I want you to do is, again, I want you to think about signing up for some essay corrections so we can help you tweak this, help you kind of correct some of these errors that I see. It looks like it's primarily here in language, in grammar, and mostly in vocabulary. So working together, I know we can overcome some of these difficulties. All right, so let's see some more essays from you. I'm looking forward to it. Good luck.